guys, so today I'm going to be doing another Q&A video. It has been a while since my last one. I think it's been at least 4 months since my last one, and I know a ton of you guys every single day email me, direct message me, Facebook message me, whatever it is, asking me weight loss questions, motivation questions, nutrition, diet, maintenance, whatever it is regarding this topic. So I figure every few months I like to do these where I can just answer a ton of questions at once, and hopefully other people's questions may answer your questions too. If you guys are new to my channel, please make sure you check the information bar below and check out my weight loss and fitness and diet playlist, because I have a ton of videos, a ton of information, and if I didn't cover it in this video, it's only because I have already answered questions and I don't really like to do repeats. So check that out if you guys are new to my channel. But basically, I lost 88 pounds the all natural way in about 1.5 years. So that is that. Let's get into these questions. Minime Kelly _ on Instagram asked, do you ever suffer from binge eating, and how did you manage to control it or deal with it? A lot of you guys asked me about binging and binge eating, and that is something that I never had an issue with and never did. And I think the main reason for me not binging is only because I haven't eliminated anything 100% from my diet. So I didn't have to give anything up, which means I'm not really deprived. I can eat basically what I want. I still eat a ton of food, so I never feel like I'm lacking something, which I think causes binging. I think you're more likely to binge if you're just like, oh my god, I can't eat this, I can't eat that. Jessica Aguilar 022008 says, how do you overpass when you're sore? When I do legs or anything else, I'm super sore and I can't do anything else for a week. Yes, when you start off your journey, definitely you will be sore after every lifting schedule, but being sore is okay. So like if you trained legs that day, then the next day don't train legs, give yourself a break for 1 or 2 days from legs, but train another part of your body. Princess Knows Best _ says, do green tea work for you in your weight loss journey? I never drank green tea in my weight loss journey. I just don't really like green tea, to be honest, but I know it has great benefits for you, and I think green tea is a good thing to drink. She also says, what are some things you can do to see faster results when eating clean and exercising? Girl, you can't. Basically, the key to it, as I always tell you guys, is eating and exercise. Diet and exercise go hand in hand, and it is a slow process. I kid you not. Like for the first 6 months of my journey, I had lost 60 pounds, but I could not see myself transforming in the mirror like I wanted to, and it was super discouraging because I was like, I'm going to the gym 5 times a week. I'm sweating my hair out. I feel like I'm dying. I'm pushing myself, and I'm not seeing what I want to see in the mirror. But then you have to remember, you didn't get overweight or add this extra weight onto your body overnight, so it does take some time to lose that weight too. It's always going to take longer to lose the weight than it did to put it on, unfortunately, and you just have to trust that what you're doing is good for your body no matter what. Believe that what you're doing eventually is going to pay off, and stick with it, and that is the only way you're going to see results. Marga Seltzer says, how many calories do you eat now, and how did you transition from dieting to eating to maintain your weight? I genuinely do not know how many calories I eat now, only because I don't track calories, I don't count them. But for me, it wasn't so much of a transition into maintenance mode, only because I wasn't dieting. Like I said, I was making great choices, so now I'm definitely more lenient. I've just upped my portions a little bit. It was all kind of a balancing act. You have to do trial and error for maintenance, because too little and you'll keep losing weight, which is not a good thing. But then again, 1200 calories doesn't get you super far, so it's very easy to increase from 1200 calories. But like I said, it's a balancing act, because too little or too much, so you have to see what works for you. Just My Nizzle says, did you lose your period ever when you were losing weight? No, unfortunately. Well, I mean, I guess you want to have a period, but no, I didn't, and I hate having it. I got a ton of questions from you guys asking me what I did specifically to lose my fat and how often I did my high intensity interval training. I have mentioned this before, but only because so many of you asked me, I wanted to touch on it again. The main thing for me to lose 88 pounds of fat was definitely high intensity interval training, and that can be done at the gym on a treadmill like I personally did, or you can also just do it at home outside, and I have a video on my channel that will be linked below. Definitely check it out. A Joke Dare says, how is your muscle building process going now? I know you mentioned you were trying to build more muscle. Are you still doing that? And what is your current workout regimen now? Wow, I can't even talk. And a lot of you guys asked me what my workout regime is now. So now my main focus is basically on muscle building and maintaining the muscle that I have built over the last year. Honestly, my workout regime hasn't even changed very much. I still go to the gym 5 times a week, and I lift 5 times a week. I have actually, a lot of my workouts on my channel, my leg workout and my arm workout, have both been adapted for the home, but those are the exact exercises that I literally still do at the gym. I just, of course, use way heavier weights. So check those out, because I do work out my legs 2 times a week, and then I will work out my back and my biceps together, and my triceps and my chest, and then I will do a shoulders and abs day. But yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I do want to show you guys eventually and have someone come film me in the gym, but like I always tell you guys, my gym doesn't like filming, so it's really hard for me to do that, but it is something I definitely want to do. And then to go along with that workout question, a ton of you guys said, like, what reps do you use? How much weight do you use? For repetitions, I always do 3 sets of 10, no matter what it is. And then the weight, I think weight is an entirely personal thing, so I get it if you guys are curious, but just because I lift one weight, you guys don't have to lift another weight. You might want to lift heavier than I do or lighter for whatever reasons, but I am squatting 110 pounds, which is pretty good because I weigh 126 to 29 on a, like, I haven't weighed myself in forever, but that's my little fluctuation range. So for lunges, I am doing 95-pound lunges, and that is 10 repetitions on each leg, so both legs 10 times. That will equal 1 set, and I do that 3 times. And then my arms, the heaviest I really lift for using my arms is 25, but that's when I'm doing just a bar curl for my barbell, for my biceps. But generally, the free weights I use are anywhere between 10 and 15 pounds. So I usually use 10, 12.5 pounds or 15 pounds. I don't lift super heavy just because I don't want my arms to be super bulky, but I do think, like I said, I've been able to get a little bit of definition, which is good enough for me. From Twitter, Lisa happy_holidays says, where did you learn to use your strength training equipment at the gym? I want to start strength training at my campus gym, but I don't know how. Most gyms, the machines actually have like instructions on how to use them on the side of the machine. So for those ones, I would just look at the machine and do that. But everything else in terms of free weights, I learned on bodybuilding.com, which is just www.bodybuilding.com. There are hundreds of exercises on that website and hundreds of different things. There are videos of people actually doing the exercise so you can see the correct form and written explanations, and that's where I learned everything. You may feel silly when you first go to the gym and you're trying something new. I know I definitely did, because I'm like, am I doing this right? Blah, blah, blah. But I would just have it on my phone and watch the videos and then look at myself in the mirror to make sure my form was good. And I basically taught myself via that. It's very easy. I definitely recommend that website because there is a workout and an exercise for every little muscle in your body. Oh, I get this one all the time as well. Do you work out in the morning or night? Does it matter? No, it does not matter. I fit in a workout whenever I can fit it in. Sometimes I will work out in the early morning. Sometimes it will be the afternoon. Sometimes it will be the evening. It really doesn't matter because your body doesn't really know what time of day it is. I've been asked a ton about cellulite and loose skin. I think the only loose skin I have on my body is a little bit here on my arms and stretch marks. You guys can see I have some stretch marks right here. I hope it's picking up. They're really faded though. So this is what stretch marks look like after years when they're faded. It's nothing that bothers me. I still wear tank tops all the time on camera and in the summer. A lot of women have stretch marks. You guys just have to not worry about them. It's a part of, even if you haven't done weight loss, you might get stretch marks from puberty. No one notices them as much as you do because you're your own worst critic. Life is Beautiful 3 says, can you give me tips on trying to eat clean on a budget? I think the biggest misconception is that eating healthily has to be expensive. That is a total lie. I buy 2 packets of turkey mince for $12, I believe it is. And then I have turkey meatballs for at least a week and a half to 2 weeks, depending on how many I eat, depending on if I eat them for lunch and dinner. So that makes my protein for 1.5 to 2 weeks, which is a good stretch. And also fruits and veggies, you can definitely find those on sale all the time. You don't have to buy the most expensive fruits and veggies, but you can definitely find deals. I mean, if you're on a budget, you might forgo things like Quest bars, which are $40 for a box of protein bars. I totally get that, but you can still definitely get all the basics, and you can make really cool things in different meals with just the basic produce and proteins and things like that. Carillo Eurico says, do you feel guilty when you overeat or when you don't eat clean, if you ever? No, I don't feel guilty, simply because I think food is meant to be enjoyed. Like I tell you guys, I allow myself to have 1 cheat day a week. So that will be like I can go out for dinner and eat whatever I want off the menu and not even care about it. I don't think food should be something that you stress over and feel guilty if you don't eat quote unquote clean and healthy. I think life is too short. Weight loss is a process and a journey, and one food doesn't make you skinny, just like one food will not make you fat. A lot of people ask me, what do I do when I'm hungry at night before bedtime? Do I eat something or wait until the morning? Myself personally, I try not to eat 3 hours before bed, only because I don't want to be lying down with food that isn't digested properly on my stomach. But if you are like crazy hungry, you can't do anything about it, you need food, just eat. I think you should listen to your body. If your body's saying to eat, don't deprive it, but eat something healthy like a piece of fruit or something high protein. A lot of you have asked me, do I count calories? What's my macros? Blah, blah, blah. I am not doing any macro counting, any calorie counting right now. I kind of know the values of foods. I know what's in food, how much protein this has, how much carbs this has, just because I was counting calories and tracking so strictly for so long. So now I've kind of got it down to a science in my head, so I know what choices to make. I don't feel the need to track. I still try to eat high protein and low carb, but I just know what foods I can eat and what foods I try to limit or avoid. I definitely think tracking calories and everything like that helped me a lot in the beginning of my journey and through my weight loss, but you can't go through the rest of your life tracking calories and worrying about macros. It will drive you insane. Fit and Happy says, were you overweight as a child? Have you ever been criticized for being overweight, and was losing weight a very emotional part of your life, or was it just normal? It's a really good question actually, because as a child, I was so fit. I was a gymnast for like 12 years, I want to say. So I was so fit. I was never actually criticized for being overweight, which is pretty shocking because looking at pictures now, I mean, I just went into my parents' bedroom the other day and there's a family picture, and even I couldn't believe I was that big. So, I mean, I could have been criticized behind my back for all I know, probably, but because, I mean, that's just life, but never overtly to my face. No one ever said anything about my weight to me to my face. And was weight loss an emotional part of my life? I don't want to say emotional because for me, like I tell you guys, I was in a lot of denial. I didn't really think I was as big as I was. So I don't want to say it was an emotional part of my life. I think it's been something very positive for me because it showed me that I could put my mind to something and have enough motivation within myself to make such a huge change. And I don't want to big myself up and sound like, oh my god, Amy, bravo, pat on the back, because anyone can lose weight, anyone can do it, but just for me to know that I could really stick with something, and I've been sticking with it for 2 years now, and I really came to enjoy working out. It's just a complete 360 from the person who I was as a person, like with my attitudes towards food and working out and health and everything. She Was Made of Dreams says, I'm really curious about the emotional aftermath of weight loss. Physically, obviously you lose weight and you're very happy, but what are the psychological effects? I guess I just kind of touched on that in the last question. Psychologically, sometimes I know for me personally, I can't speak for everyone that's lost a lot of weight, but sometimes I'll look in the mirror and I'll see myself as bigger than I actually am. And I know that the mirror can play tricks on you because when I was overweight, I would look in the mirror and see myself as slimmer than I was. So I definitely am aware in my head that the mirror can play tricks. So I try not to let that get the best of me. Muna Lux says, did you notice a difference in how men and other females treated you after the weight loss? And did you ever think about calling it quits? Love your channel, girl. Love you. Men, I guess I definitely get more attention from men because men are visual creatures, and I mean, it's not to say I didn't get any attention when I was overweight, which I did, but I definitely get more now, and I just think that's pretty, I just think it's standard. I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything like that, but I just think, yeah, what more can I say? I just think men are visual creatures. Females, no, not really. I never found myself being treated poorly, like in store by strangers, anything like that, or even friends. Again, not to my face, it could have been behind my back. And no, I never thought of calling it quits just because I loved looking at other people's before and afters, and I knew that a year is all it would take to see significant changes. So I was prepared to go that whole year until seeing a change that I wanted to see, just because I knew that other people did it, so why couldn't I do it? So I wanted to give myself a fair shake. Shandine says, do you sleep better? Are you less lazy? And how do you feel after eating bad foods now, like pizza and pastas and breads? And are you more comfortable in the clothes you wear? Oh my god, it's a really good question. So to start, do I sleep better? I've always been a really heavy, deep sleeper, so no, if I hit the pillow, I'm gonna knock out and be in a coma, and anything could happen outside. There could be a hurricane, an avalanche, a zombie apocalypse, and I wouldn't know because I've always been a deep sleeper. Am I less lazy? I think yes, because obviously I'll work out 5 times a week as opposed to just sitting around all the time. Am I more comfortable in the clothes I can wear? Definitely, because I can wear pretty much anything that I want to wear. I don't have to worry about covering trouble areas. So shopping is definitely a lot more fun now, and there are so many more options, except it is so hard to find cute clothes now that I've lost the weight. And my favorite question out of all of those was, how do I feel after a cheat meal or eating bad foods? Honestly, sometimes when I have a cheat meal and go out to eat, I come home and I literally go into a coma. Like on the ride home, I will be feeling so tired. Or like I feel like I've been drugged, or like giving a date rape drug or something. It just puts me comatose. So I think it's just because the food is so heavy and I'm not used to all the carbs and the fat and the sodium and everything like that. But That is what's kind of deterred me from cheating every week. Like, I'm not the girl that can go out on a date to a restaurant and just pick out and have a cheat meal because I will be asleep on the ride home. I swear to God, I'm the worst. I'd be the worst date ever. RKL Nails XOXO says, how do you deal with the haters or people that say you're too skinny, you're anorexic, I'm worried about you? Not that I think you are in any way. She just wants advice because you're experiencing those comments and it gets to me. I get that on YouTube probably at least like once or twice a week by someone saying, oh my God, ew, too thin, you've lost too much weight, don't lose too much weight. Honestly, I think you have to know that for yourself. Are you healthy? Are you eating the right amount of calories? Are you eating all your meals and snacks? You know you're not anorexic. You know that you shovel food in your mouth. You know that you're working out like a healthy, normal person. And if you know that you're leading a healthy lifestyle, who cares what anyone thinks? So for me, I just kind of brush it off and don't even really think about it. At first, I would be like, really? Because when I was overweight, no one would ever say, oh my God, you look big in a video. It's only now once I've lost the weight that people are surprised and say you look anorexic or feel they can say something, which is pretty funny how society works. But I also think that people are prone to say that because they will get so used to seeing you how you were. So people were used to seeing me as a bigger girl, and I think it's quite a shock if they see me now and see how I look now. You might think that I've taken extreme measures to get there or I'm unhealthy. You totally might think that, but let it roll off your back like water off a duck's back and just keep it moving. As long as you know you're good, that's all that matters. And as long as the people that are important to you know what's good, that's all that matters. So those are all the questions that I'm going to answer today. I feel like my voice is going hoarse. I can't even talk anymore. I've been sitting here forever and I have Panera bread waiting for me downstairs, a salad that I want to go eat. But thank you guys so much for all your love and support. That is what I really want to say. The support has been overwhelming. The loyalty and the nice comments that I read every single day. It is seriously so mind-blowing because I'm just a regular girl. I'm in my bedroom. I'm filming in front of a camera. It's so mind-boggling. It's so humbling, and to know that I can help you guys is just the greatest feeling. So I really do hope that this was helpful. So yeah, that's all I want to say. I'm just gonna get gushy and like extra, so you guys like shut up. But thank you guys so much for watching if you made it through this whole video, because I know it's gonna be super long, and I will catch you guys really soon. Bye.